What's up guys, the Military Swag here with my 15th video of this channel. This one's going to be about the British infantry weapons of World War II. So before I begin, I just wanted to say that this was a request, and if you might have one that you want to suggest, then feel free to comment or write a private message. But if I do not want to produce it, then I won't be doing it. So let's go ahead and begin. The Lee Enfield was used in both World Wars for the British Army, and did magnificent throughout both conflicts to prove its abilities. It was developed in 1895 and in 1902 was designated as standard weapon. At the time, it was rated one of the best rifles of its kind, particularly because of the 10-round magazine and also because it was a high firing rate for a manually loaded rifle. This rifle was a bit weird when it came to the caliber. It had a 0.303 caliber, which is just a little bit stronger than the standard pistol. The reason why they put a small bullet in there was to carry more rounds, which was a smart idea, I might say. The most heavily used was definitely the Type No. 4 Mark I series. Production began in the 1930s and continued until 1945. This submachine gun kick-started the British Army to start competing with modern-day pistol calibers. The Sten submachine gun was designed when the British had heard the Germans were going to attempt Operation Sea Lion, which was the invasion of England. So R.V. Shepard and H.J. Turnpin began immediately to find a weapon to hold off the Nazis, and it worked, with just over 100,000 of these produced during the course of the war. The machine pistol was also cheap but reliable too. It had 32 rounds per magazine and could fire 500 rounds per minute. It was much lighter compared to the other weapons of the war. It weighed approximately 6 pounds without a magazine in it. This weapon went well into the 60s and was a great gun for the British military. The Enfield revolver's caliber was bigger than the Lee Enfield's, so obviously it was one of the more powerful pistols of the time. Development of the pistol began in the early part of the 1920s to replace World War I pistols and revolvers. 380,000 of these revolvers were produced by the end of the war. This weapon was designed in Czechoslovakia in 1933 and fired the same ammunition as the Lee Enfield rifle. In general, the Bren was rated a very reliable weapon. Even though the barrel overheated much of the time, it was fired continuously, and a low rate of fire with just 500 rounds per minute compared to the MG42's 1,500 rounds per minute. The Curd magazine held 30 rounds to the .303 caliber bullets. It was very heavy, weighing roughly 23 pounds without a mag in it. This weapon had a very long service in the military, and it served the British up to the 1990s. Well guys, that's all the infantry weapons in the video. I know there are more, but weapons like the Vickers heavy machine gun were mounted on top of a Jeep, and not many infantry used it. These weapons mean a lot to me, mainly because they were featured in a lot of PS2 video games. I used to play Call of Duty 3, which had all these British weapons on there, even the Vickers machine gun too. So that's all for the vid. I'll be in Washington, D.C. tomorrow, so no videos until after Saturday. If you want to watch more future videos on this channel, then be sure and subscribe, but I completely understand if you don't want to. So, see you guys later.